there's really no excuse to not have that type of like democracy or representation or to know your voters. I mean, look at what we're doing now. We're on a Zoom call with people like across the district, and we're communicating ideas, and that hasn't been done in the past. And even if it's just a click of the button, we have that technology to actually represent the people, and it's very exciting. So
right. And if Ross disagrees with his constituents on something, open up the dialogue. Let him say why he disagrees with why the voters are voting, and let them convince him why he's wrong. I mean, you should have access to your congressman or your congresswoman, and you should be able to have that dialogue with them. And if the constituents are right in what they believe, your congressional representative should have their mind changed. That is right. And by the way, if the congressional representative is right, they should give their people, the people they represent, the explanation on why they are not changing their mind. But they cannot vote on party lines against the interests of their district. That's wrong. That's wrong. And we have to say it's wrong. And we have to have representatives that are willing to stand up and say it's wrong. And this is why a libertarian is the right answer, right, Ross?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because that's something occasionally you might get that with one of the other parties, but it's very rare. If you look at the Senate right now, there's only a couple of people that don't just vote along party lines. Almost everybody does, and Congress is the same way as the Senate. So it's a huge problem. And another thing I can do when I'm in there is I can support the other people that aren't voting on party lines, because there are a few.
Yes.
And just make their lives a little bit easier. Because that's huge. That's the one thing that can save the democracy. If it's and what's happening now is just getting more and more polarized.
Right.
And it's a huge problem.